Hey everybody, my name is Edge. Thank you so much for checking out this brand new channel, Be Fucking For Real.
I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lot.
Please subscribe, come for the vibe, stay for the tribe. This will pretty much be a commentary based channel. If you could see it online, on TV, or just in my personal life, I'm going to be talking about it. Today will be a Reddit story and it's fucking crazy, okay? But before I go there, let me give a couple of disclaimers. The opinions expressed here are strictly my own. It's all based on a personal experience and insight. Please do not take anything I say as a fact. It is important that you all go out into the world and do your own research. I will be tagging the people that submit these stories and the creators that posted their videos on social media. I will be posting their handles in the video. So if you want to dig deeper and go down that rabbit hole, please go to their page and support their pages and their channels and their submissions and everything else, okay? Also, this channel is rated mature, okay? So if you are a child, I'm saying younger than 16, I don't know if that's rated mature. If you're a kid, you need to bippity bop your ass to another page, okay? I'm gonna give you a second to get out. If you're still here, I'm assuming you're an adult and I'm free to move forward. Okay, so today's story comes from Reddit and it's absolutely crazy. I only read the first 2 sections of the story because I wanted to give a real in time reaction. So yeah, let's go. The title of the thread is, "Am I the asshole for telling my husband that his affair child is not welcome in our home, and if he wants custody, he will have to move out?" That already sounds a little asshole-ish. I'm somebody that believes that marriage is for better or for worse. However, the worst does not include infidelity and abuse. So yeah, we're just going to start there. I'm already biased. No, you're not the asshole. You said affair child? Yeah, you're good. My husband and I have been married for 9 years. In 2021, we found out my husband was being sued for child support. Turns out my husband had an affair shortly after we were married. It nearly ended our marriage, but we went to counseling together and I agreed to stay in the marriage with the following provisions. My husband was to get a second job so that his child support payments did not affect our household budget, and that at no point in time would I ever consider having a relationship with his child. Ooh. If he wanted to pursue one with them, fine, but I have absolutely zero interest in this kid. So my husband has been getting to know his kid over the past couple of years, and recently my husband came to me and informed me that there was some sort of baby mama drama. Apparently, she has to self-surrender in May and is going to be incarcerated for 8 months. My husband told me that he needed to take custody while his affair partner is locked up. Otherwise, the kid would have to go to their grandparents, who basically live on the opposite coast from us. The kid doesn't want to have to change schools or be so far away from their friends, dad, and mom. She will be doing her time fairly local to us. Oh, baby, he's going to have to take his kid to visitation. That's crazy. So after my husband... So my neighbors are chatty Cathys. So if you can hear them, I'm sorry. So after my husband told me that, I got up and left the house. I went to the grocery store in the corner and grabbed a copy of our area's apartment guide, went back home, and handed it to him. He asked if I was serious. I told him I still felt the same way I did 3 years ago. He said he didn't think that was fair considering the accentuating circumstances. I don't give a fuck. She's standing on business. You better take this apartment guide and shut up. I told him I don't care about the circumstances. His kid is not welcomed in my home. If he wanted to take custody, I would grant him an amicable divorce. But I am not changing my mind. I am not taking care of some other chick's kid. Standing on business, okay? She said, I'm not taking care of your affair, baby. All right. Okay, this is an edit. For all of the people... Is that the end? Okay. Edit. For all of the people concerned about a whip cracker... About... What the fuck is she talking about? For all of the people concerned about a whip cracker I am in making my poor husband work 2 jobs. He has never had a full-time job since we've been together. He works 2 part-time retail jobs. Now that adds up to 40 to 50 hours per week. He currently only has supervised visitation with his kid. They see each other once or twice a month for a couple of hours with a social worker present. And for those who seem to think that I need to be the one to file for a divorce, no, I will not. I am not the one who created the situation. If my husband wants to pursue custody, I have told him I will not fight it. I will grant him an amicable divorce and let him be on his way. However, I am not going to waste my own time, energy, and money to do so. He is responsible for getting his own ducks in a row for the situation that he created. That includes being the one to go through with the headache of filing. So, am I the asshole? So before I give my opinion, I am going to give you guys a run through of some of the comments because they're hilarious. All right. So someone said the child will always be there. Seems like you should cut your losses and move on from the relationship. Sad, but you'll probably be happier in the long run. I agree. When he cheated and made the baby, the marriage was over. I personally feel like, because at some point the kid's gonna grow older and need more things, and I'm not gonna be a part of the child's life. Can only work for so long. Like, what about when the baby wants to stay the night with dad? What about, are you gonna let the kid starve while he's in your care? Are you gonna be like, oh, I'm going in the room, bye? Hey, husband junior, I'm going in my room. Like, that situation is just going to be unbearable for somebody at some point, whether it's you, the husband, or the kid. You can't live an entire life unless you just act like the kid does not exist. And that would be wild anyway. So I agree. Okay. Another comment said, why are you still with him? In no way do I think it's your responsibility to raise this kid, but it is his responsibility. And this poor kid didn't ask for any of it. The whole situation would be happier and healthier if y'all just split up. Agreed. Okay. Shammy Dammy said, not the asshole. You were clear. Now he's trying to convince you to change your mind. If he wants custody during this, he can do it alone. What is the legal situation with the house? The person who originally submitted the story responded to that person in saying, the house is owned by me outright. It was a premarital asset inherited by my grandparents, and we have a prenup that protects my ownership of it. Okay. I like her. She's standing on business all the way, because it would have been real fucked up if he was like, okay, let's get a divorce, but I'm not leaving this house. Me and my child's gonna keep this house. Because people do that. Men get real nasty in divorces. Women get nasty, but men get nasty too. So yeah, overall everybody's pretty much on the same page. You're not the asshole. When you found out, you made it clear what you were gonna deal with and what you weren't gonna deal with. And now their situation is changing, and he's trying to force you to change your mind on shit. And no. So not the asshole. Don't give a fuck. Like I said, when it comes to marriage, I truly believe in the whole for better or for worse thing, right? But that does not include cheating, and that does not include abuse. And I feel like all of the lying and conniving and gaslighting, it took you to not only go out and cheat, but to cover up this baby for however long you covered up. Like, to me, that's unforgivable. Like, even if I tried to forgive you, I could love you down. Like, I could want you, I could crave you, I could need you, I could just be whole world just destroyed without you. If I tried to make that work, I know for a fact at some point it would catch up to me. Like, you could be going to the grocery store and I'm gonna be wondering what you're doing. Like, it's gonna drive me crazy. The fact that you cheated on me is gonna drive me crazy. And because I forgive you, you're good. You're living your best fucking life. And I'm out here losing my goddamn mind because I don't trust you anymore. I'm wondering where you are, what you're doing, who you with, who you're talking to. Is you and the baby mama still screwing? Is there another baby on the way? Like, yeah, no, I couldn't do it. Like, this whole situation is giving me Kurt and Rashida vibes. And as you can see, Rashida is still going through it. That's if you watch Love and Hip Hop. And that's why you leave when it happens, because here we are 10 years later, I think, and Rashida's still going through it. So, yeah, it's a no for me. So let's get into the second story. Ooh, honey. Am I the asshole for telling my husband's affair baby's family to either come get the kid or I'm calling CPS? The girls are standing on business. Why you to call CPS? My female 53, soon to be ex husband Roger, 47, whom I forgave for his affair, came home with a baby 4 months ago. His girlfriend, 22, could not handle it anymore and bought the baby to him at work and left. To the best of his knowledge, she is in Spain. I allowed him to stay so long as I didn't have to do anything. Anything. She emphasized that. Well, about a month ago, Roger had a heart attack. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. I'm laughing because Karma's a bitch. And she made it clear we can keep the baby as long as I don't got to do shit. And 3 months later, Roger has a heart attack. Damn. It didn't kill him. Oh, God. This lady is rough. But she 53. You know, the older you get, the less you give a damn. Like, I'm 53 years old. You went and had this baby. You're going to take care of it. So, where'd I go? Okay, Roger had a heart attack. It didn't kill him, more's the pity. But he is very weak and incapable of doing anything for himself. Since he isn't up and about, he cannot care for his child. He also cannot drop off and pick up his son at daycare. I have been helping, but I'm done. My kids are full grown. I shouldn't be having grandkids anytime soon. I do not have any desire to care for a baby. I told Roger that I want a divorce, and I contacted the mother's parents. I know the father through friends. The child's mom's dad. Okay. I said they had until Friday to come get their grandchild, or I was calling Child Protective Services. They just left with the baby, but they scolded me for being so cold towards a baby that had done me no harm. I view that child differently. Roger is recovering and I will be moving out. The house is in his name, but I have never contributed to it. I have the equivalent of 22 years of rent and interest put away. God damn. And as per our prenup, my savings are my own. I work and I don't need anything out of this marriage except myself. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. She sounds a little sad. She sounds sad. She sounds really upset and disappointed. My kids tried telling me to stay and help their father. I said that they were welcome to come over and help him with cleaning himself and the baby. Both declined what I felt was a fair offer. I do not feel that I am acting badly. However, Roger, our children, his child's family, and a few mutual friends think I am. Perhaps writing this out and seeing the responses will give me clarity. Okay, let me go to the comments first before the update. So one of the comments said, "You're not the asshole. The child was not your responsibility. Yes, it was innocent, but you are literally not responsible for raising it. You should have divorced Roger long ago." Fake, not the asshole. Seriously? The kid is 4 months old. You could not have possibly forgiven anyone for this level of betrayal. If you've been married for decades, it's your house, so get what you're owed. The original poster said, "I think the baby's almost a year old. The house was a premarital asset in our prenup." Oh, shit. So somebody else commented, "I looked over a lot of these comments. You are not the asshole for returning the baby to blood relatives who can look after it, but don't be the asshole to yourself by abandoning your home without consulting an attorney and making sure you are entitled to some of the equity or some of his retirement savings. Don't walk away without getting all that is yours. You said that you have 22 years worth of savings. That's not a lifetime's worth. You might need more money to be okay, and you should make sure to get it on your way out." The original poster said, "I have a little over $1 million in investments. I'll be fine. He paid for everything. I kept all my money." Period. I have a little bit over $1 million in investments. I'll be fine. That's how you do that. All right, so there was an update. I am no longer divorcing Roger. There were complications from his heart attack, and he has passed away. Oh, I feel so bad for laughing. But I wasn't laughing at the heart attack. I need y'all to understand that I was not laughing at the heart attack itself. Okay? It was just what happened, how she wrote it. You know, like I was not laughing at the heart attack, okay? Okay, so shit. There were complications from his heart attack, and he has passed away. I am conflicted. He was the love of my love, but also a cheating piece of trash. This lady, she's brash. That's why I'm laughing, not the situation. She's funny, not the situation. To the best of my knowledge, the mother will not return from Europe. The child is currently with her parents. They asked me what I wanted to do. I recommended adoption. Not that I adopt the child, but that they put the child up for adoption. They didn't like that suggestion. Neither did my children. Then they should adopt the fucking child. I don't understand why everybody has an opinion about what this lady got going on, but nobody's taking the responsibility. If you think it's so bad that that child needs to be raised with family, your grandparents too. I mean, your grandparents, not grandparents too. Y'all the same age, everybody in their 50s ish. But my husband's ass is gone. So you're a grandparent. Take your grandchild. And if the kids care, like her kids care so much, take your sibling. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And they don't have the same emotional, I don't even want to say connection. They don't feel that same emotional betrayal that she feels because she was the one that was cheated on. So they don't get it clearly. They are not good at looking at other people's perspectives. They said I am being cold and cruel. I suggested that since the child was related to them and not to me, that they step up. Neither has accepted the suggestion either. I was the sole beneficiary of Roger's estate, so I imagine lawyers will be involved in getting the child some sort of support. I will pay whatever is ordered to the court out of the estate. I will not pay 1 cent out of my money. That is all I have to say on this matter. Exactly. That's crazy. One of the comments say, I agree, you have zero responsibility to the child. However, if your kids did adopt, how would you feel about that, as the baby would then be your grandchild? She said, adopted grandchildren are great. Oh boy, she reminds me of the lady from the Golden Girls.
You sneak up behind him and give him a karate chop. Blanche, what do we look like? Charlie's Angels?
Comment says, so apparently the affair wasn't that much of a problem, as you said you forgave him for that. But after he has a heart attack, you decide to divorce him. It just doesn't add up. She said, I was not responsible for the child. The commenter replied, true, that doesn't explain the divorce. I mean, you can divide for whatever reason, you do you. To me, however, infidelity seems like a better reason to divorce than having a heart attack. The original poster said, I was not to care for the child at all. It was all on Roger. Can you explain how a bedridden man was to care for an infant? She has a point. Like, I don't get why everybody's coming down her throat. That's crazy. Okay, so another comment said, you are evil. You wished him dead. Now he is. I hope you at least feel a little remorse for what you said. She said, I don't. He broke me. She makes me feel not bad for laughing. I was going to say that's a tough situation, but again, it's not. I feel like that's why you just don't forgive affairs. Just don't forgive it. Just cut yourself the losses and cut them off and move on with your life. It gets too complicated, too confusing. And I feel like once you had the affair, you wasn't thinking about me. You wasn't thinking about how this would affect me, how I would handle the situation, how this would hurt me and or break me. So I'm not going to be wrecking my brain trying to figure out how to forgive you and how to move on and how to make sure you live a normal life and how to make, I'm not going through all that because you didn't go through all that when you was creeping. So fuck that. Not the asshole in my opinion. But what y'all think? And don't be calling me an asshole for laughing. I promise I wasn't laughing at the situation itself. Okay? It was the timing and it was her writing. It wasn't me. Okay, you guys, this is the last one. And because the first two were about the ladies, I will be reading the one from a perspective of a man. Okay. My 30 male ex, 27 female, wants me to raise her kid that she had when she cheated on me. Her friends won't leave me alone. What should I do? Leave her alone. This is a long one, but yeah. Offer up. I'm saying leave her alone. Leave her alone. She cheated, you said? leave her alone. Aaron wants you to raise the kid, leave her alone. Part 2. I, 30 male, am still fighting over this conflict with my ex-girlfriend, who I'll call Jane, 27 female, who ended up cheating on me after dating for 5 years. She ended up cheating on me. She slipped and fell onto some dick. Me and Jane were childhood friends for as long as I can remember. I never thought in a million years that she would do this to me or be this type of person who would cheat. I thought we had a great relationship with our normal ups and downs like any other couple. About a year ago, I was contacted by some girl I didn't know through social media. I don't usually respond to messages sent by people I don't know, but this girl, who I'll call Sam, sent me a message saying that Jane was cheating on me. Somehow she knew about Jane. I told her to please provide any proof she had. She ended up sending me screenshots of text messages of her friend, who I'll call Kevin, 28 male, and Jane texting each other, sending explicit messages and talking about other sexual crap that I can't describe on here. Oh, that's so sad. The thing that shocked me the most was the text Jane sent about her being pregnant. Fucking pregnant. We were talking about having a baby at the time before I discovered the cheating, and we did initiate intimacy with protection, of course. I was fuming, to say the least. Sam had sent me a video of Kevin drunkenly admitting about sleeping with Jane without protection. Sam told me that she had gotten a hold of Kevin's phone while he was out and was left unlocked. I mean, Sam is real close to Kevin, though. Like, is Sam Kevin's friend? Or is Sam Kevin's girl? Like, did she find out she was cheated on too? So now she's trying to look out or come after the bitch that her man was cheating with. She wanted to let me know about this issue because she didn't want me to have false hopes of me being the father to the kid that could possibly not be mine. I thanked her and asked her how she found me. She said she had found Jane's social media account that was linked back to me in a post. Jane's social media is open, but she doesn't really use it as much, other than making posts about us or shopping accessories. I thanked Sam for letting me know and saved all the screenshots she had sent me along with the video. Jane was visiting her mother at the time, so I took the liberty of packing Jane's stuff and other important essentials she owns. Jane came home later that day looking all happy and jittery. I had to put on a fake smile when she delivered the news that she was pregnant and hugged me. I told her we should go out to celebrate, and she agreed, not knowing of what I have in store for her. I ended up driving her back to her mother's place as she was confused as to why we were there. I told her that she could drop the act already and told her what I know about the cheating. She looked like a deer in headlights, if I'm describing correctly. Of course, she tried to deny it until I showed all the screenshots to her that I got from Sam. Jane ended up breaking down and confessing that the cheating was in fact true. I asked how long was the cheating going on, and Jane was a bit hysterical before telling me that she was seeing Kevin behind my back for the last 2 years. I'm trying to figure out what you're going back and forth about. Like, why is this even a thing? Jane should be no longer in your life. Not no longer, like, no longer. I mean, you should have just moved on with your life. 2 years. I then asked if they had worn protection when she was cheating on me with Kevin. She said no. I told Jane we were done and to never contact me again. She lost it and started crying even harder after I took out her belongings from the trunk of my car. She refused to get out of the vehicle and she begged for another chance. Jane even told me that she would have the A word if it meant staying with her. Oh, I kind of got spooked hearing that. I didn't expect her to go so low with that option. I told her that whatever she decided is not going to undo the damage she has done to both of us. I ended up having to get Jane's mother involved and explain the situation to her and showing her the evidence and the conversation I had secretly recorded. Jane's mother apologized for her daughter's actions, and after a couple of minutes, Jane finally got out of my vehicle and I drove off without looking back or giving her a chance to speak to me again. I ended up breaking, I'm going to add in the words I think are missing. I ended up breaking down myself after I got home and couldn't eat or sleep right after what happened. And this was a repeated cycle that lasted for a couple of months. It's been almost a year now. I've nearly recovered from the incident, but the scars are still there. Just 2 weeks ago, Jane messaged me since the breakup and told me she wanted to get back together. I told her no straight up and blocked her. Then a few days ago, Jane showed up at my front door. Not gonna lie, she looked like a total mess when I saw her through the doorbell camera. And she was asking me to speak to her. I didn't let her in. So I told her what the hell she wanted. Jane said that Kevin ended up ghosting her soon after she gave birth to the baby, and they don't know where Kevin is. I told her that it was her problem to deal with and reminded her that Kevin was the guy she left me for. She begged me to help her because she had not gotten any sleep, and she's basically on her own. Her parents ended up kicking her out of the house after she gave birth. Jane said that cheating on me was the biggest mistake, and she doesn't like being a single mom and taking care of her own kid. She asked me if I'm willing to take care of her kid as if it were my own. I got pissed and told her to fuck off. Well, he said F off, but a little razzle dazzle. I told her to F off and that as far as her and I are concerned, there is no her and I anymore. I said that her kid she made while cheating on me was not my problem. I told her every ounce of love and respect I had for her died the moment I found out about the cheating. Jane left soon after while crying. Her friends are now blasting me on social media for not stepping up and telling me that I'm not a real man after all that Jane has done for me and that I owed it to her. They also said that even though she made a mistake, she was there for me. So it would be horrible of me not to be there for her and the kid. What should I do regarding this matter? I feel bad that she was there for me growing up, but I can't forgive her for what she did. What should I do? Block her friends? Not your monkey, not your circus. Like, the fuck? I mean, first of all, not the asshole. You were cheated on. Therefore, whatever you do with your life afterwards is up to you. And not only were you cheated on, she had a baby with a man that happened to ghost her. Oh, well, that's not your problem. If you feel convicted, like if you feel out of the kindness of your heart that you want to do something for that kid, so be it. Kudos to you. But you're not responsible for that kid. It is not your job to take care of her or the kid. Would it be nice? Sure. Are you an asshole for not doing it? Absolutely not. So one of the comments said, she wouldn't be trying to get back with you if Kevin hadn't disappeared. You're her last resort backup plan. And she's only pushing you to take her back because she's exhausted every other resource and she's terrified of trying to do everything by herself. She doesn't love you. She doesn't give a shit about you. If she did, then she wouldn't have been fucking another guy for 2 years while she was dating you. Thank you. Maybe her friends can step up and help her instead of blasting you on social media and saying that you're not a real man for refusing to take her back and bust your ass helping her raise a kid she had with another dude who was fucking her for 2 years during your relationship, despite the fact that she only needs you because he ghosted her and she's desperate. Man, block all of them. Block her and move on. She's not your problem. They're not your friends. Fuck all of them. I'm with that person because the same fingers the friends are using to try to blast you on social media, they could be using to go to the ATM and get some money and help her take care of that kid. It takes a village. Be the village. Friends. What the fuck does he have to do? And I don't know what she helped him with in the past because they grew up together, I'm guessing. But null and void. Once you betray me, you betrayed him. So someone commented to that comment, said realistically the original poster was always her plan. She was banging Kevin behind his back, probably because OP, original poster, is the stable one who she'd have a decent life with and all. Kevin is the type to drunkenly brag about sleeping with someone else's girlfriend, getting her pregnant, and then running off when the kid is born. Hey, she picked him. Be careful who you cheat with. She didn't want Kevin, and that's why she was going to raise the kid with OP without his knowledge. If she wanted him, she'd probably have left OP for Kevin a long time ago. She probably didn't because Kevin is a piece of crap who obviously would have and did make a shit partner. She wouldn't be begging for OP right now because she knows he doesn't want her. She's there out of sheer desperation, trying to manipulate him with her sob story about how they were best friends and now she's a struggling single mother who needs help. As for her friends telling you that you're not a real man for not raising her and Kevin's child, fuck them. They can help raise it if they care so much. Exactly. They have about the same connection as you do to that child. Shit, even more so now because they care about Jane and you don't. Block every single person who tries to guilt trip you. Not your monkey, not your circus. Exactly. As far as advice goes, you're old enough to know what you should do, as you've done it already by not talking to her and her friends blasting you on social media. I mean, you could block them too. I mean, it's that simple. She cheated. She had a whole affair for 2 years. So, she betrayed you, and nothing that involves her is your responsibility. But I don't know, that's just me. I guess some people would be like, "Oh, be the bigger person." Mm-mm. No, that will not when it comes to raising somebody else's kid after you cheated on me. Can't do it. I never get past it. I never look at you the same. And every time I look at that kid, I'll just see all the lies and all the betrayal and all the hurt and all the dishonesty and all the just all the times you told me you were going to Walmart and hanging out with the guys. I would just see in that little face. And I wouldn't do anything to that kid, but that would torture me. I'm not going to be tortured for your mistake. I'm just not. So that's it for today. Let me know what you guys would do in any of those 3 situations, because that's a lot going on. That's a lot. I mean, you shouldn't cheat at all, but if you're going to do it, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Like, especially if you're not planning to leave the relationship. Like, if this is just an affair, something to do on the side, why make things that will impact you forever? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were already about to break up with the person and you go cheat and make a baby, it's like, whatever, you were leaving anyway. But how can you want to be with someone and want to spend your life with them and want to blah 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 and then go cheat? That's stupid. And play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'd be fucking for real. Like, that doesn't make sense. But thank you all for sticking around, watching this whole video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, until next time. Bye. Again, I just feel the need to mention one more time that I wasn't laughing at that man having a heart attack. Just to clear that up.